especially when you are like me, and like indoctrinated into a belief system that like hides the real work from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so, in my life lately, like I have so many friends that as soon as they get to the work, they just quit.
Dude, the work is hard.
It's no one want. That's why it's work. No one wants to do that.
Yeah.
No one wants to look at their behavioral patterns and be like, "Am I being a
Is it
horrible
me?
person?
Is it me? Wait, I'm fucking 30 now. Maybe I should like unpack my 12-year-old emotions. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
It's like it's the what I find so interesting is like how we've like now that's three guys we've had on the podcast that like have a similar experience to you know, in varying degrees. And it's just like it's amazing to me like how
I get it.
and how varied those stories are, but also how similar all
Yeah,
the notes in that song are. You know, it's like
right.
everyone's just like, I don't know, I'm just trying to fucking figure it out now, but weed seems to help. You know, it's pretty
We
amazing.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
again, it's sad. I'm glad to hear these fun things. You're making me laugh because it's sad to watch like friends from youth and stuff. Like they finally, like some of them even go back to the weird abusive church that they know doesn't help. Like I don't know. I don't want to say too much on here because these are real people, so I don't want to be rude. But um, you know, I
Yeah,
wonder the state of. We definitely, as a species, seem to fucking need something. A community builder, a place to worship, a place for spiritual ideas. It's
so let's
vacant
do.
completely.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can get kind of lonely out there if you don't have, you know, a celestial, omnipresent father to like shepherd you. You know, if you're a sheep, you can get lonely without a
Gets
shepherd.
lonely without a shepherd. Oh
You
shit! I
know,
have to be my shepherd. Fuck. That means anything bad is my fault. Oh no! Ah! Dude,
the only person that can forgive you is you, motherfucker.
did you ever read any of Jocko Willink's books?
Oh yeah. They
Did you
love
like the?
Jocko Willings. Fuck yeah, man.
Do you
Jocko
love him?
Willings. No idea who you're talking about.
That? Oh, really? He's like that Navy SEAL commander who's like a black belt in jujitsu.
Oh, is it Jocko?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jocko
yeah.
Willink. Yeah, he has a he
He's the
has
guy who
a
gets up at 4 in the morning
yeah,
every
yeah,
morning and
yeah.
does
That's why.
thousand
Why do you think
push-ups
I
and
get up at 4 in the morning? Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Dude. So his books are rad, and like one of them is called Extreme Ownership, and that helped me a lot.
Did it?
Fuck yeah. Well, I think it was the DMT, the 14 hits that was came right after that experience. But still, my alarm clock, one of the chapters in his audiobooks, in this audiobook, it goes, begin. That's like how the chapter starts. So that became my alarm clock.
Yeah, that's
So at
nice.
like 4 o'clock every morning, it would just be just that voice, begin.
Cool.
Like
You're fucking okay. I'm up, Jocko. I'm up. Don't hit me.
exactly.
Don't squirt me with the hose.
It worked, man. It was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
this could be a heavy editor because Kate helped me do the rest of it. So we now have a Patreon.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Kate.
Dang, yeah, it's so hard to make that shit look nice on mobile. Just
Yeah,
put that out
on
there.
mobile.
Yeah, everything's hard on mobile, dude.
You were doing it on the phone.
You have to making sure it looks good everywhere, right?
Oh.
And we'll be in the beginning of what we'll actually provide on there, but unedited podcasts will definitely be one of them. Yeah, I
Well,
think.
people like I don't know. We don't advertise, so it's like I was at a
I think we.
party.
Oh
Oh, I was
yeah,
telling you about the party we were
yeah,
at,
yeah.
and it's like all these people are like, "You do what?" Well, like, because everyone's like, What's going on with Seattle today?" I'm like,
Oh yeah.
it's on a little hiatus, but I'm doing this thing, and I say the name, and they're like, "What did you just say?" You said like there's There's a highness with the Bible. What did you say? There's a vagina in the Bible. What did you say? We got to get shirts that say there's a vagina in the Bible. Let's vagina and the Bible. Let's vagina
cool.
and meet the Bible. Let's vagina and meet the Bible.
I think you just increased the attendance at our potluck.
Yeah.
Or whenever we get one of those, for sure. Yeah.
I've just been like, people love. They're like, and I tell them the story, and they're like, "Well, I'm gonna have to listen to that." And I tell them what you said. It's like, well, Leif says to start at the most recent and work backwards because we've only just started figuring out how to do this. Okay, good call.
It's really, the first ones are so like, it's hard to talk when you're this high, and I'll blame myself.
Yeah, I blame the weed. I blame the title.
I'll take ownership.
Let's get high. Yeah. Well, and I tell them what the dynamic is now. We figured it out where it's like, well, I can't take that weed. It wouldn't. It's sort of like getting drunk and playing drums on stage. It's like, well, that's fun for one person.
Yeah.
Me.
No, you got to raise your tolerance.
Yeah.
So that's all the only way to do it. You got to just keep running,
Daily.
Yeah.
Got to go daily.
Yeah. I was, yeah.
There's still like 30 pounds of weed downstairs.
That's cool.
Kind of. Except that it's just sitting there. It's got such an amazing cure that like you go downstairs, it's like doink, 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 doink.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The color is a little wonky now, but it's like, but the fucking, if you need some sleepy weed, fucking put you to bed.
What a cool plant. Man, we haven't even talked about the Bible.
Yeah, we're gonna do. I got it right here.
Oh man.
And we're still. We didn't exhaust our
business
linear gospels, did we?
Nope.
Are you there?
Oh.
Now I'm hardwired, bitches.
Oh, it just took a minute to kick in, huh?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Somebody put it in their mouth. Wait, what? I didn't hear what you said. You're cutting out there, Leif. Did you say put it in your mouth?
Breaker.
Niner.
Were you calling from a walkie-talkie?
Sorry, did I hear a niner?
I showed the boys Airplane.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were old enough. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I can usually fast forward some of the more adult scenes.
Why?
Because Crosby's still 9.
Taking a shit.
I guess you could call that indoctrination then. Just sticks in you.
When, let's see, Cole was 2008, so he was 3. When we would just watch The Hangover over and over again. Yeah. What were you saying? Father of the Year? Is that what you're saying? I heard you.
Well, I had a theory, because, it's like, I don't know. They should learn what's out there and how to mitigate. And so I tried to show them Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like a horror film to them. I showed them this Pickle Rick one where he makes like to get out of family therapy, he shrinks himself to a pickle. He becomes a pickle. And he's like, I'm Pickle Rick. But then they they figure it out that there's like a timer with a syringe hooked to right when they leave is going to fall on the pickle, So they move him. But the storm happens. He ends up getting wiped down into the drain. So he has to kill all these rats and make like a suit, like a RoboCop suit of rat parts. And then, so once he does, he just starts. He's got these screws, like home improvement screws, and he starts just fucking up rats, just punching and pulling their brains out, ripping out their spines, and it's just it's like a 5-minute scene. It's just so much blood. And they were
rat blood.
I felt horrible.
And you're super into it, and you look over and they're crying.
Crosby was like, it's Parent of the Year.
Yeah, I got it.
I almost got our passages up.
Yeah. Do you know Jeff Stanley?
I don't.
Pinky? sound guy. Yeah,
Pinky?
yeah. He was Green Apple's sound guy,
Oh,
and
okay,
he
that's
had a drinking problem, so they fired him, and then he got sober, and then he was New American Shame's sound guy, and
oh.
then he tour managed the shit just into the toilet. He was drinking. But yeah, he went into hospice yesterday.
Oh no.
Oh sure, yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. Kind of drank himself to the edge there.
So many of our buddies.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's such a cool
Real.
life when you get out there, the road, and like any form of like playing music for a living. It's so addictive and like
Yeah, it really. You got to keep your hands on the wheel, though.
it swallows some people whole, don't it?
Mm. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, totally. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's. I've got super mixed feelings about it because there was, we just. I don't know, just super mixed feelings. It's and and like what? That's a horrible, horrible thing. He's going. He's going to the other side, and he's going to leave us here. He's going to leave me here with these mixed feelings, and he'll be golden,
Yeah.
no matter what your book says. It's like it's a weird one. It's like death is only hard for us. It's like the left behind. That's the like without answers,
Yeah.
without like, and stuck with the like, you got to make it right every day because someone's going to leave you here, and you're going to have to carry that around or just
Yeah.
leave, you know what I mean? Like you don't ever the only time you get answers is at the end.
Yeah, right. Right. The regret can fucking that can be worse than death. Regrets in life,
I don't think death is
we're
gonna-
not bringing that into that. Sorry, I took that
What?
from that.
What regret is? Well, I think a lot of things are worse. I think everything is worse than death. I'm not advocating killing yourself or anything, but I'm just like, I don't think that death is the end of anything. I don't think I think you get all the answers. It's like when you win Monopoly or something. All of a sudden you own the game.
Yeah.
But
Do you
I can't be certain.
It's such a sad. We can't be certain about much right now, huh?
Not well, taxes.
I don't mind taxes.
No, but you can be certain you got to pay them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, there's like billions of dollars disappearing every year from our defense budget. So that fills me with a small sense of security.
It's more than billions.
Hundreds of billions, sorry.
Trillions.
Well,
It was trillions in 2001.
We're so honey dicking everyone because
And
I don't know if I can bring this into the Calling of the 12. I shouldn't have brought this up because now this is all I want to talk about with you. But we can like talk about disciples.
We got to read this fucking book, man. Come on. You named the podcast. We got to read it once in a while. Otherwise, we could just sit here talking shit the whole time.
It was a fucking homeless dude. There was a homeless dude in Seattle that sang a song and was like, it was about let's get high and read the Bible.
Was it really?
Oh yeah, this is like
that's where you get the name.
2000 maybe. Like
2000?
pre 9/11, I believe. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, it must have been 2001, the summer before, right? The summer before 9/11, because it was the first time I met Martin too. Martin Fevier. But yeah, there was a homeless guy singing a song about it. In fact, if there's a way I wonder how we could verify, because I would love to get that guy on here.
Yeah, that would be it's a big ask. Did you hear about Martin?
Yeah, but how's he doing?
What it was the last thing I heard?
I thought it was good.
Well, just he's got the stage 3
Oh no,
liver kidney, liver. How many kidneys do you have? You have 2, right?
Yeah.
2 kidneys. Yeah, he's got stage 3 kidney cancer.
In both?
No, just the one, and they took the one,
Damn.
and that went really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Is today Thursday? Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
He's playing today. Bowie Rex. He's got this new.
Oh yeah. That's sick.
And Dave Dieter is in it, and Tim
Of
DiGiulio is
course.
in it.
Yeah, killer.
And Musburger's playing drums. It's like, oh, fuck, he's got the
Fevier-
heavy hitters.
Fevier is James Bond of the music. Like
It's so good.
he's so good.
I might have to go out there. It's on Vashon.
You
I might have to
should.
go. I might have to go out there.
I would go out there if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fevier
Yeah.
is so brilliant.
Yeah. And I want to talk to him. And so, and also, did you hear that you know where he works? You know, where, like
the
room he
studio?
has? Yeah. You know about
Is
the
it
studio?
Duff and him?
Yeah. Take that part out. But like, yeah. You know the studio I'm talking about.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the place right next to it burned down. And like so now the clubhouse has to have like a new roof put on. And so like, not only does Martin have fucking cancer, is like, his workplace is like compromised for the next. It's just like, what the fuck, motherfuckers?
Dude, this is how hard life is. This is just how hard life is now. It's crazy. Like everything is
Crazy. Yeah.
even the reason I'm late is because there was like freak
Fucking
out
something.
stuff.
Something. There's a bunch of shit, right?
It's way it be. The future is a weird place. It's almost like giving all of our money and data to major corporations was a bad idea.
Almost. But you know, they care about us, Leif. They just want to make our lives better.
Yeah, fuck yeah. They
More
don't.
convenient. You know, they want to pad us with shit we don't need. Where are we at here?
We're about to talk about Napster. So whoop. Okay, now. So this is fun because I haven't found. Yeah, I got it. This is in all 4-ish of the Gospels.
What?
Yeah, this story because so.
No, I didn't hear. Where are we? What's the mark?
Okay, let me give it to you. It's going to be Mark 3:13. It's going to be Matthew 10:1.
Matthew, get your shit together. Whoa.
Matthew was a tax collector, so
10:1, you say?
yeah. So he might have had his shit together.
Yep.
We're going for Luke 5:1. John 1:35, calling of the first disciple.
These are all the same?
No, not ish, but it's the story of. We'll read them and watch them unfold together. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
Mark,
but-
calling the 12 motherfuckers. Tell me we don't read the fucking Bible.
It's so hard.
You want to
You're just
set
fun.
this up?
That's
You want to set this
yeah.
up?
Well, it's gonna. So
What are we reading here, Brother Leif?
it's fun because this is the good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the Lamb of God, calling
Air quotes.
his closest, calling his inner circle.
Okay.
Right?
Circle of trust.
This is the 12. This is the disciples. In fact, you almost went to the motherfucker's grave a little bit ago, right?
I stood on top of it.
He's gonna be one of the prominent dudes here.
Okay. Calling the 12. This is Matthew, right?
Let's start with Mark because that's
Mark,
the earliest.
That's
yeah.
Okay, and he went up on the mountain and called to him those whom he desired, and they came to him. Come on, keep it together. This is the word of Jesus. This is your Lord and Savior Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just saying it doesn't.
Show JC some fucking respect.
It instantly sounds like a party. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. It just sounds more
Hey,
like.
I got some fucking fireball, man.
Like I've been invited to that shit in the hills too. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
come on.
Oh, dude,
It's
I
a
grew up with
creepy
a-
dude
I
in a
grew
robe.
Hey, it's a keg stuck on a stump. Yeah, no, we're all there. But our guys didn't say they conjured it out of thin air. You know what I mean? No, I didn't bring this with me. I made it when I got here. And he went up to the mountain and called to him those whom he desired, and they came to him. And he appointed 12 to be with him and to be sent out to preach and have authority to cast out demons. I can't wait to see how that.
Is that pretty cool?
How that translates.
Fucking
Simon, who he surnamed Peter.
woot woot.
What? James is now. That's not James, the son of Christ, the brother of Christ, is it?
It's not. He'll be named. There's a couple
Oh,
Jameses in the.
Sorry.
No problem.
James, the son of Zebedee,
Good job.
and John, the brother of James, who he surnamed Boangus. Boangius.
Boangers.
Boanergus. Boanergus. Boanergaze. Bonergaze.
Boner Garage.
I think we got it. It's Bonergaze.
Boner Garage.
Who is surnamed Bonergaze. That is Sons of Thunder. Andrew and Philip and Bartholomew and Matthew and
Boragus.
Thomas. What?
Boragus.
Boanergus.
I believe it's Boragus, but
Bor?
really
No.
high.
No. B-O-A-N-E-R. Bo Aner.
Yeah, just the
Or honor.
the
Oh, you think
British
it's
guy
pronounced?
that reads the Bible for me every day.
Oh, he calls it what?
Boragus.
Boern. Okay. Well, all right. You know what? He's English. So I'm not going to talk like him.
This is great.
Yep. Boagus.
The Sons of Thunder.
Don't even think about it.
Do you think that's a
Don't
cool
you say-
name? Should we get that on?
Sons of Thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonergus? Sons of Thunder?
I was trying to stop you from getting back into it because I was just thinking about like jean vests.
With like personalized jean vests?
Yeah, like we could get podcast like fucking leathers.
You want to be your, you want to have your own, you want them to be personalized, so like you'd have your own, be like Sons of Thunder, or the back is Sons of Thunder, and then you could choose your own handle on the front or something.
Probably have to get better at fighting before I started wearing that kind of shit in public.
Think? All right, no one's gonna fight us if we have. You think like maybe like the Mongols will come after us, or the Cretans will step to us?
No, those people are actually tough.
Where'd I go? Oh, calling 12, yeah. Peter, James, son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James, who he surnamed that is Sons of Thunder. Andrew and Philip and Bartholomew and Matthew and Thomas and James, the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus,
Hell yeah.
and Simon the Cananaean, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him.
Who betrayed him? Just from the bat, calling him out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, seems like Mark, right? He's to the point, factual. It's not much.
Yeah.
Not much meat on them bones, if you will.
No.
You know, personally, I like thick thighs, so you know.
Wow.
That joke didn't land as well. I'm probably gonna edit that one out. I'm not. I wish I was funny. I'm homeschooled. I was trying to get to a Frank Fazara painting, but I'm just too stoned. But like, you know, at least it's the earliest gospel is like not much detail, and we know the next account we read, and Matthew and Luke copied Mark. So
All right, keep going.
yeah, is that not is that boring to you?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you just said. I don't know, like what we didn't. It's been so long since we read anything that I'm not like.
Yeah, no, okay, go. I just tried to make sure I wasn't fucking up. That's hilarious. We're both like being polite. Yeah, so Mark, this account, we're gonna read it in Matthew now. It's 10:1.
Yeah.
And like it's significantly longer.
Right, but you're
So,
saying
like,
that
it comes
Matthew,
from Mark.
It's like yeah, and like Matthew just sort of takes some editorial liberties.
And Luke is gonna take even more. It's even...
Luke,
Oh no, it's about the same.
Mr. Luke Fox News. Okay. Okay, so Matthew has this to say about the calling of the 12. And he called to him his 12 disciples, and gave them authority over unclean spirits, to cast them out and to heal every disease and every infirmity. See, every disease?
Isn't that fucking cool?
Well, they've been slacking. They didn't do their
I'll
job.
say, don't
Apparently.
you think it would be written about in other places than just
You
here?
know, is if it was like Lost, you know, where you can like just give them the water and they drink it. And now you're like me. It's
But, like,
well, then wouldn't they just do the job?
Okay, let's just be objective for 2 seconds, though. What if the devil got rid of any witnesses?
What if the devil isn't mentioned here anywhere?
He gets mentioned a little bit, but
Not yet.
past it, and it's not.
Not yet.
I feel like we. Oh yeah, maybe not.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, he's giving them powers, is what like.
That's what I'm saying. But like, why,
Yeah.
then why do we have disease still?
Well,
If he had-
many people would say that's why it spread so fast, is because these disciples would be like, zoom zap, like psoriasis, pff, that's gone. You know that bunion on your foot. Phew. Oh, you can't.
That's why
You're
what
blind.
spread so fast.
Christianity.
But then why did it? Why are diseases
Well,
not
because
no longer?
maybe they were like the ones given to it from the man, you know, and we lost that ceremony where.
You're doing a lot of what?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of work. I don't believe this.
No, you're doing Matt,
I don't believe any of that shit.
Michael, Matthew,
Dan.
Dan. No,
Dan
it's not Dan. Is it?
McClellan.
Jesus
Dan
Christ.
McClellan.
Well, it's been so long since we read the Bible and we had to reference him. I'm like, it's Matthew, Michael, Martin,
He's so sorry, Dan.
Melvins.
We
I'm
respect
sorry,
you
Dan.
so much.
Oh my God, so much.
You're like-
I listen to him read the Bible more than we read the Bible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, Dan would say you're inflating a lot of information and
Yeah.
a lot of value into it where there is none.
Well, I'm just saying what some sects, many of them, believe. I don't believe this. I was just having a good time
Oh.
being stoned.
Oh, I got
And
you.
like saying,
yeah, okay.
we're expecting. I don't believe, but
I don't believe it.
because like I think it gets a little wacky.
no,
it gets,
I got
it gets even wackier. So like, yeah, it's crazy. But the fact that the fucking they're like the Avengers or something. The disciples, they have fucking powers. They're they're fucking it's Harry Potter.
Yeah. Okay. Every disease. We only got 4 sentences. That shit's amazing. The names of the 12 apostles are these: first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus and Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanian, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. These 12 Jesus sent out, charging them, "Go nowhere among the Gentiles and enter no town of the Samaritans." But
Ooh, we should
Go-
pause there though.
okay, well there is.
Right.
I mean, there's a comma there, but it's also the end of a chapter, which is
It's
grammatically challenging.
Yeah, it's weird. The guy, I think his name's Stephen Langton, went through the whole Bible and put chapter and verse to everything.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
It's just one dude. So, like, imagine the work he must have put in and the problems that are probably still.
Who tapped him?
Who tapped?
Like, why did he get to do it?
I think he just took on the grueling task of it. And it was like late, like, is it 1600s or the 1300s?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's not that interesting, so we won't even look it up. But like, it's fucking, imagine like, people in castles and.
When did the Bible get? What's it called?
Ask, when did Stephen Langton?
When did Stephen Langton work on the Bible?
Here's what I found.
He lived from 1150 to 1228.
There you
So
go.
it was, yeah.
There you go. It's like the Bible been around for a long time at that point.
He was an English cardinal. Whoopsie. Oh, you just sent me something. Did you send me something? Oh, that's never mind. Okay, let's move on.
We got, so this whole thing was that I think it's interesting. Jesus is like, don't go to the Gentiles.
Or the Samaritans. Don't go to the Gentiles or the Samaritans, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and preach as you go, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out the demons. You're gonna tuck that raise the dead in there, just like tuck it in there, like,
I was waiting for it.
have a sandwich, eat a ho-ho, raise the dead, and then mow
There's
the lawn.
fucking zombies. There's fucking necromancers.
What are you
The
talking
12,
about,
the
man?
people that hang out with Jesus. And like, what is their message? What's the message the main guy gives them? Hey, this shit is, the end is nigh. It is here. Go perform signs, cast out demons.
So the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That means the end is here.
Well, I mean, it's hard because there's so many, much like today, it would be hard to describe the different beliefs of like an apocalypse. You know, everyone has kind of a different idea of the world and civilization ending. But yeah, that would be, it seemed, there's enough evidence in here that it seems to me that Jesus is what they call a zealot, or someone who believes, like an apocalyptic Jew. He thinks he's at the end of time.
And when he says the kingdom of heaven is at hand, that's like another word for saying the world is about to end, and
Well,
God is.
yeah, so the kingdom of God would come down and conquer. God would literally, like, you know, like he used to on Mount Sinai, you know, come in a cloud. You know how he led them by day, you know, and night. They were like, some people were like, God's going to come back like that and fuck up the Romans because we're not paying taxes to them. We don't have to do tribute. That's worship.
Right.
We don't have to worship either God. And so Jesus seems to fall into one of these sects that he believes that the end of, that he maybe even signals the end of time.
Right. Okay.
Right away though, right? Like,
fucking heal it, raise the dead, motherfucker. And the cast out the demons is that's my favorite part.
how cool is that?
You received without paying, give without pay. Take no gold, whoa.
No money for the services.
You received without paying, Pope. Give without pay. Take no gold nor Jesus fucking Christ.
Right? That's
It says it right
handkerchief.
here. It says
Naked,
it right
no
here.
clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See?
Leif had the right idea. Well, you can leave. Yeah. Take no gold, nor silver, nor copper in your belts. No bag for your journey, nor 2 tunics, nor sandals, nor a staff. See, you'd overdone it, Leif. You weren't even allowed to have a staff.
Yeah, I did. I cheated, huh?
Yeah.
I'm
You're
a
supposed to
sinner.
roll out fucking buck.
Oh no! I tried so hard, it still fell.
You were just doing what you were told. No bag for your journey, no 2 tunics, nor sandals, nor a staff. For the laborer deserves his food. Don't know what that means.
Earn
In
it,
whatever
bitch.
town.
That's what that
Yeah.
means.
What does it mean?
Earn it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever town or village you enter, find out who is worthy in it, and stay with him until you depart. As you enter the house, salute it. And if the house is worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. What that means? But like, give it your blessing? Because you're magic now? Like,
I think so. And yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like
But your
That's
peace
pretty
return
good.
to you, and good one. And if anyone will not receive you or listen to your words, shake off the dust from your feet as you leave that house or town.
oh, yeah. I shake my dust off at you.
I say to you, it shall be, truly I say to you, it shall be more tolerable on the day of judgment for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for that town. Ooh.
Dude.
Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves, so be wise as serpents and innocent as doves.
I think that's the shit. I mean, it's probably not real, unfortunately, but that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Right? They're fucking, they can raise the dead. Like, if you have to be a traveling salesman, if you're trying to get someone on board with anything, and you could fucking bring back grandma for a minute, she'll be like,
Just for a
listen
second.
to him.
I swear to God, you better
Like-
listen. No.
Like, that person's gonna be buying all that soap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All those vacuum cleaners. Yeah.
Pretty rad. And that last line's sick. That's
Pretty
you know,
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, like any religion, like
Sort of
and
ninja like, really.
pretty good fucking tattoo that on your face.
Yeah. But I love the fact that, like, I didn't realize that shake off your dust, shake off the dust from your feet as you leave the house or town. Truly, I say to you, it shall be more tolerable on the day of judgment for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for the town you just shook your dust in. And we remember what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
Massive airstrikes.
Yeah, and like at the
Don't-
beginning of this, because judgment, when is that? That's like at the end, and he says right at the beginning, the end is almost here. So he's like, the end is so close, you don't even have time to fucking pack. Go.
Right.
That's a really interesting. Like, why isn't this preached on pulpits?
Dude, seriously. And
Especially with the
well,
no money shit.
Well, that's why.
Freely.
That's why. Yeah.
Isn't that? Yeah, like.
Apparently the disciples can raise the dead. We didn't see a lot of that, though.
No.
Didn't see a lot of it. And you know what? I don't believe that was, and he appointed the 12, cast out demons. All Mark says is you can cast out demons. He doesn't say you can fucking raise the dead.
It's
assumed, Reverend Red.
It's well, I know, who knows, maybe it was harder sell for these people. They needed the Avengers. They couldn't deal with just Ant-Man, they needed fucking all of them, but like maybe Ant-Man was the main character all along.
Totally. Okay. And so Luke,
I can't make any more of them. So Luke, I just made so many Avengers references. I can't do that anymore. That's
well, yeah, I don't even.
I'm
'cause
annoying myself.
Are you? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't annoy me because I don't know the Avengers at all.
I have kids, so I unfortunately do. Yeah.
Are they into Teletubbies at all?
No.
Were they ever?
Mm-mm. Mario,
weed?
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. You like
Yeah.
weed? You should watch the Teletubbies.
Oh yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude. It's
that
so
sucks. So I missed out on an accidental party.
good. It's not too late.
Yeah,
Just blow it in his face. Blow it in Gibson's face a little bit.
Crosby.
Crosby.
Yeah.
Blow it in Crosby's face a little bit. Just give him one little
Yeah.
introduction to Sermon on the Mount, plain calling the 12. In these days he went out to the mountain to pray, and all night he continued in prayer to God. And when it was day, he called his disciples and chose from them 12, whom he named apostles. Simon, who he named Peter, and Andrew his brother, and James and John, and Philip, and Bartholomew, and Matthew, and Thomas, and James the son of Alphaeus, and Simon, who was called the Zealot, and Judas the son of James, and Judas Iscariot, who became a traitor.
Judas.
Two Judases. Dude, Judas the son of James is so bummed.
Dude, right? Like someone named Karen right now. That's like nice. Like that sucks. Maybe that'll be the book we read after all of this. Is the Gospel of Judas?
Is it canonized?
No.
Fuck yes.
Right.
Okay, and then so that's a boiled down version. And
Yeah, it's
definitely not something
truncated a little bit, huh?
calling the first.
And I'm trying to find if there's a better one in John. That's what I've been doing this whole time. And I don't think it is. So I'm going to go back to, it's a bummer there's just not any healing of the raising of the dead,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right.
Like, why didn't that one carry?
I wonder if it's because it never happened. Guy asking questions, Dave.
You're onto something. I think you're onto
Just
something.
saying. I mean, motherfucker, I'll tell you what. Here's what I know about me and you. It's like if someone gives us the fucking raise the dead,
Oh, Jesus.
right? If he gives us fucking that guy says you can raise the dead, like really?
Dude.
He's like, hey, but you like fucking wither Jesus just to
The
raise him
whole
again.
earth yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the thing. Is like, okay, so there's no way these dudes had the power and didn't use it.
Yeah, no, yeah, right. It's going to be a deeper thing than I thought. So, we'll do John 1:35.
Oh, we are doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
The next day, again, John was standing with two of his disciples. What? John was standing with two of Jesus' disciples. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's not what it says. And he looked at Jesus as he walked in and said, Behold, the Lamb of God. The
I
two
proclaimed
disciples.
it earlier.
What's that?
Nothing.
Yeah. The two disciples heard him say this and they followed Jesus. Jesus turned and saw them following and said to them, What do you seek? And they said to him, Rabbi, which means teacher, where are you staying? He said to them, Come and see. It's fucking pimp. They came and saw where he was staying, and they stayed with him that day, for it was about the 10th hour. One of the two who heard John speak and followed him was Andrew, Simon Peter's brother. He first found his brother Simon and said to him, We have found the Messiah, which means Christ. He brought him to Jesus. Jesus looked at him and said, So you are Simon, son of John. You shall be called Cephas, which means Peter. The next day, Jesus decided to go to Galilee, and he found Philip and said to him, Follow me. Now Philip was from Bethsaida, and the city of Andrew and Peter. Philip found Nathanael and said to him, We have found him of whom Moses in the law and also the prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. It's so interesting looking back at Catholic services where it's like every other line is like in fulfillment of the scriptures.
Yeah.
In fulfillment of the scriptures.
Yeah, yeah.
As is written. And
Which-
it's like I never realized.
That's the Old Testament.
I never realized until you told me that it's like that was them trying to like pigeonhole this guy to be for all the Jewish people to follow. Like he's the guy Moses was talking about, so we should follow him. Look, and they like cherry picking all this stuff that it's like that's the whole Catholic Mass. It's all a sales pitch. It's fucking crazy.
Well, it ties him back to a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
Because if Jesus,
at least
is
that's
the
what they're trying to do.
Yeah, if he's the fulfillment of
In
the Old
fulfillment
Testament,
of the scriptures.
Yeah.
So hilarious. Moses, the law, Jesus, also prophets wrote, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Nathanael said to him, Can anything good come out of Nazareth?
Ooh,
Dinger.
that's in the fucking Bible.
That's hilarious. Can
Okay.
anything good come out of Linwood?
It would be more like there's a place out past Enumclaw that's like a gypsy camp. Have you ever been out there? It's literally, there's a town that just has a bunch of tires in it. It would be like one of those towns. It would be
What's it called?
I don't remember. But like, think of where fucking Brad Pitt lives.
Yeah.
And,
In Snatch. Yeah.
And that's in the Bible. So Jesus, and that's another thing is we know the Messiah comes from Bethlehem. So right here is admittance in the Bible that Jesus is actually from Nazareth.
which is a, I mean, now after reading that, Nazareth is one of the coolest names ever.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they were smart.
That's amazing. Philip said to him, "Can anything?" Okay, so Nathaniel said to him, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" Philip said to him, "Come and see." Jesus saw Nathanael coming to him and said to him, "Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile." Nathanael said to him, "How do you know me?" Jesus answered him, "Before Philip called you, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you. I saw you jerking off with the sheep. I saw you." That's a really, really strange thing to have in the Bible. I don't appreciate this book at all. Nathanael answered, Rabbi, you are the Son of God. I didn't, no, you are the King of Israel. Jesus answered him, because I said to you, I saw you under the fig tree. Do you believe? You shall see greater things than these. And he said to him, truly, truly, I say to you, you will see heaven opened and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man.
That got pretty fucking trippy right there at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that he's kind of an easy sale because all he had to do was tell him what he was doing right before that.
You know, and how many places are there to, to sit out the siesta? It's like he's got it's either, under a overhang somewhere or under a tree. It's like either an olive tree or a fig tree, and he nails it. You got 50-50 chance.
Right. But it's strange that these people get to spend more time with Jesus than anyone else.
Allegedly.
In the stories we're reading, yeah.
In these stories.
No, I don't. Isn't it rough when you read them side by side like this, and you see how honestly
divergent.
Because my faith was hinged on the fact that this was all one story. That this was all
really. Oh,
sure.
Before you read it?
How am I? Yeah, why am I gonna fucking not have sex before marriage? I gotta know that I'm doing that for a real reason. I thought the Bible was the inerrant word of God. Before there was Google.
So but you'd read all this before you got married.
Yeah, but when you read the Bible, Matthew, then Mark, then Luke, then John, which is the way most people do, there's 27 chapters. There's all these in each book you get you forget the stories are so similar that as you're reading them in your mind, you're like, there's a lot of cohesiveness in these old ancient stories.
Right. Oh, so
you know what I'm saying? So
it's your brain picks up on the similarities, not the differences.
Right. Well, they are, because they come from each other. They were copying each other. They were using each other as sources. Obviously, there's so many fucking similarities. So it's but to see them too, because what happened for me is you do bump into the stark contrasts, like the one where, those videos I made that no one liked.
Which ones?
They're called verses.
Oh, yeah.
I'd put Bible verses that contradict each other fighting.
Right.
When people fighting.
Yeah.
But there's a lot with Jesus and excuse me. Jesus in one thing, has this interaction with a woman where he's doesn't even want to help her because she's a Gentile. And then in the next verse, he'll be like, give to everyone. There's Jesus says, I did not come to bring peace, but a sword, and to put father against son and mother against daughter. And then in a couple chapters later, he's like, if your neighbor strikes you on the cheek, turn to him the other. It's I'm like, these are fucking direct. Yeah. And then I talk to my pastors or different, because authority is super important in the church. You're not allowed to really do much without talking to a deacon, a shepherd, maybe what they call them sometimes. They have to write off on anything. You know, like
Right.
even if I was going to join a band, I would have to go talk to them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're the boss of you.
Yeah, they're the men of God. They're the men that God have placed there to guide you.
Why are you touching my no-no place? I just want to join a band. Is this the initiation? What,
It's always
I just had a question. Why are you diddling my? That feels funny.
I watched this Russell Crowe movie the other night, the Pope's Exorcist one. Have you seen that?
No, how was it? That's Russell Crowe.
Yeah. It's
That's a-
Russell Crowe looks like such a badass that I would not tell him how fat he looks. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks like he ate 2 Russell Crowes. Amazing,
God.
amazing
Oh my God.
performance. He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah,
one of the
he
best
probably,
of all time.
he probably got fat on purpose, right?
I think I think I don't know. I don't want to say anything. His hands look like toasters. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
He's huge, man.
I'm going to send this to you now because I've been meaning to ever since we went and saw Oppenheimer.
Oh, how was it?
It was long. Great.
Are you a Christopher Nolan fan though?
Yeah, I love Christopher Nolan. I just,
Okay.
But I was thinking of you because I was like, oh man, you're the actor guy that you like, Fat Matt Damon.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, he's not getting any more gigs because Fat Matt Damon plays his own Fat Matt Damon. Because this guy looks exactly Matt Damon in this picture looks exactly like Fat Matt Damon.
I hope people know who we're talking about. There's an actor on Breaking Bad. He's brilliant as well.
So good,
He's such a good actor. Like he's a genius. But
and all of his gigs are like he gets the Fat Matt Damon role.
it's just too.
Look at your,
I'm sorry,
look at your,
sir.
Look at your phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Whoever
He's
you are,
so
you're a
good.
great
He's-
actor.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
have my
and
phone.
honestly, I think he not that Breaking Bad needed somebody to save the last half of the series, but like he fucking takes that and sprints across the finish line with it. Is that not Fat Matt Damon or not?
Oh no.
Like that guy totally could have played that. He's like, oh, fuck. Matt's fucking 240 right now.
I could have been there. I could have been there. God, but they're just both so good at acting. I feel like so bad talking shit. Even Matt Damon, like, fucking. Even the Mona Lisa's getting.
Oh,
older,
you know what?
You know?
Wait. You know what? Didn't dude just show us how to do this?
Yeah,
I
but
can drop
no one
this
else
in.
can see it on here.
If I drop it in the chat.
Yeah, no.
Where I don't even know where the chat is.
Yeah, let's. That's why we steer away from any of that shit.
Really?
I do have. I was looking up necromancy in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus raises a bunch of dead people.
No, he doesn't.
Peter raises one in Acts.
Peter raises one in the ass?
In Acts, the book of Acts.
That's not what I thought you said.
Yeah. No. How many more people would go to church if that was?
If Peter was raising people in the ass? Leif?
We're here. Yeah, there's a lot. Paul raises.
There's Fat Matt Damon. Oh, dude, does that mean I can just start fucking...
Did
you see-
It's pretty hard if the apostles being able to raise people from the dead is not as interesting as Fat Matt Damon. I'm gonna have a hard time with the rest of the Bible. Is
know.
what I am realizing right now.
It's a tough one.
Because this is the fun shit. You know, there's not much more juicy. Good. Like,
Did I ever tell you about the my nail polish experience in Italy?
no, no.
Dude, so like we
They
went to
freak
Italy.
out.
I didn't realize it until like a week into the trip, and Katie suggested me, but like like people fucking love me, right? And
Yeah.
dudes in particular, like love me, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, sure. I've seen it.
yeah. And dude, like I was getting vibed out. People were vibing me out, like not having me. Like it'd be good for like the first couple encounters, and then at some point it would go south.
Oh,
And it's like we went out like the first we were having the main two times were both waiters, but there was also a cab driver, and they were like, uh, they'd be super nice to me at first, like normal people, just like because I'm fucking charming. Uh, and then like at some point they'd like flip a switch and they would have no time for me. They wouldn't bring us our check, and not like in the Italians don't bring the check around until you ask them anyway, but like they wouldn't even look at they were. And then
weird.
this one woman, I was like trying to get her to bring the check, and she like, and I was like, and she almost started like yelling at me, like she was kind of freaking out on me. And then Katie's like, I think maybe it's the nail polish. I'm like, oh, come on, really? No. And then it happened. That was like, and then we were going to go out on this boat the next day. Like we chartered this boat to take us out to this island, and I'm like, it's just going to be her and I and the skipper and the first mate. I'm like, will you take this stuff off will you go get stuff to take it off? And I took it off.
Just
And
you guys in a boat.
yeah, like what are they gonna do? Like
This is
fucking
fucking throw
open
you.
water. I think captain's rules, So I took it off, and like from that point on, our trip was golden.
Jesus.
It was fucking weird.
Yeah, people don't realize that, for all of its faults, like there's a lot of nice, kind, accepting people in the U.S.
Well, and in Seattle
Yeah.
in particular, like this place, it's so like.
Well, we need
like,
each other. It's all wet up there,
Well,
So, like,
here's what I think is like what's crazy is that so this is the first time I haven't had earrings in or my nails done since Trump got in the White House. Because as soon as he got in the White House and started all that shit, I'm like, well, I'm gonna fly my flag.
yeah, for real. Yeah, you
And
turn it
now
on.
and
Yeah,
and
that's
since I
funny.
got home, twice, 2 or 3 times, I've gotten vibed out as like I wear this stuff because I'm a big white guy. You know what I mean? I wear this stuff because I'm a big, loud, dark, white guy. You know what I mean? And like a white male. And like a couple of times now since I've been home, I've gotten the opposite vibe out where it's like
Oh,
just getting the stink eye
because
I'm
you're a white male.
Yeah. It's like Jesus fucking Christ, I can't fucking win. So I need
so funny.
I need to prove I'm woke when I'm here, and I need to like prove I'm like it's fucking crazy, man. It's so crazy.
Humans, I think I think we're seeing the effects of the pandemic, and I think it's hard with technology right now. And these young kids aren't really standing for it. They're kind of fucking like they don't give 2 weeks notices. They don't. If they don't want to show up for work, they just don't go.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying they're wrong. I'm not them. I don't know. This is their thing. The world's a totally different place. I sure like. It is such a bummer that I think that shit will just even out over time.
We'll see. Well, but I think the Italian thing, that's Italian.
That's Italian.
That's
As you
Italian.
say, isn't there that photo of like American Girl? There's like this famous photo of like it seems like it's old, like maybe even pre-World War II.
I think that's in France. Where
And all the guys are like grabbing their dicks and like woo there's like 50 dudes like.
It could be Italy. I think it's France. I think it's Paris, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. The rest of the world, we have a very Western mind over here.
Well, and that was like either just pre World War II or post World War II, and we did that over here too. Like like when you like downtown Manhattan when they're building the skyscrapers and all those, that still happens. I mean, maybe not as much now, but like in our lifetime that's been the case. So it's not.
Yeah,
but it was
it's
so
a big
heartbreaking.
battleship society.
I'm Italian, I'm half Italian, and I'm like, oh, these people, I have to do, like I just felt it was so weird. It was so weird to be like, I don't know if judged is the word, but
just
but
to have it palatable and in your face. Yeah, it's
yeah, it's
well,
fucking
like
weird.
so Buckley, little Buckley. I love that town. There's some fucking amazing people there.
Sure.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would wear my Satan pajamas like I'm wearing now to like the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired of work all day, fucking dress up and shit, and like, I totally forget, I totally forget, and like people would be like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, that like,
Oh no. It's
no,
like
no, I just think you're a Satanist because you worship yourself and not the God of the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's I mean, virtue signaling is so dumb too, because like
What is?
virtue signaling, where like, I'm sorry, I went full religious. I was thinking of the hoodie with the Psalms on it and people not wearing satanic shit, but Christian shit I see in public,
How amazing is it that when so that's a real thing, the but like, remember I
Well,
saw the
they're
woman.
doing the same thing that you're doing by like trying to, let you do your nails. Like you said, you don't want to be threatening. You want to have a good time. You want people to feel comfortable to be themselves in front of you.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's
so-
not what I do. I like having my nails painted. Like, I'm not doing it to do this. Like, that's just me.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently, if I'm less me here, it's a problem, and if I'm more me over there, it's a problem. It's like, Jesus, where's the middle ground? But what I was going to say is, I thought it was so funny. The only person I've ever seen with the Psalm sweatshirt on, I'm like, oh, what Psalm is that? She's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That was-
what do you mean? She's like, oh, I don't know. It's just something I got on the internet.
That was our
I'm like-
first decent clip on TikTok.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It was funny. It helped. There's this other shit I see now, which is actually kind of scary, where like I've seen a couple Southern pastors on news programs explaining that as they read the words of Jesus to their congregation, the congregation gets mad because they think it's too soft. It's not a strong enough stance. And he'll have to explain to them, like, this is Jesus speaking. And they're like, we don't care.
It's like Reagan. Like Reagan would have gotten pilloried by the right now. He's like, they hold him up as like one of the greatest Republican presidents ever. And he would have just gotten speared.
Dude.
He'd have been raped.
Well, and yeah, I'm not a big Reagan fan because, obviously, yay for drugs, for winning the war on drugs, Reagan, if he was alive right now, and his wife would be super bummed out.
just quietly put that one to bed.
Like, yeah, now we got like pro athletes. Like, they're like, oh, I'm starting to win now because I do ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's moved into it's too popular now. Psychedelics for healing and like,
Well, it's medicine. It always has been.
yeah, it's starting to be realized like that. Yeah, right. Man, I am concerned about the rest of the Bible though, because if you don't fucking if we
What?
well, just because like that's pretty juicy to me.
What?
Matthew's interpretation of the calling of the 12, how they
Yeah. Can raise the dead. and shit?
the powers and the demons. Because like demons, even like that's
It's cool.
that's cool.
Yeah. Why are you worried about the rest of the Bible? Because it's bland?
It's so bland.
Well, like
so
you said, we're
boring
jumping
compared to
around. We'll do
this.
this, and then we'll do let's do the
Okay, yeah,
the
good call.
gospel of
Judas.
because Judas was supposed to be his guy, right?
Well, yeah, he actually controlled all the money in the group too.
Good boy. Yeah.
So that, seems like that's a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes sense too, because otherwise, like as a Christian, if you were a Christian, let's say, like what happens if he doesn't do that? Does
What
Jesus
happens?
just live to like 68 and then
Oh,
like
what happens if he doesn't?
yeah,
If he doesn't turn him over?
yeah, because then you still have to go to Jerusalem to sacrifice the lamb once a year for your sins.
Yeah. No, it's like the long con. It's like all those like gotcha movies where it's like that dude set it up from the beginning to have his guy be the guy.
Yeah. Well, and that's why a lot of scholars put the date of this writing a little bit later, like after the temple was destroyed, because the reason they're going to be talking about the Lamb of God that takes away sins of the earth is because the temple wasn't there anymore. And so you can't, and the sacrificial system was taken down. So you can't do that. So they couldn't even practice their religion. So, oh, no, like Christ was the last sacrifice. We don't need the temple anymore. So it's like
What?
I'm sorry, there's no, like, just as a friend to you, I just watching your face, like,
And then he raised a dead guy. It's like, I'm not.
Everything I just
didn't-
said was facts, though. That's like the things we read, not so much, but the times and dates we know. We know when,
Mostly.
we know when that shit
Mostly.
went down.
Mostly.
It's written by Romans.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
I think
We're
we
good.
parsed it. Yeah, let's say goodbye to these people. Thank you, Beijing.
We love you, everybody. God
Everybody.
bless us.
Australia,
Everyone.
you're amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We love you too, Italy, but fucking take it easy, would you? Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.